Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really digging into something pretty important in the financial world.
We are indeed. It's all about how advisors build those client relationships.
Exactly. We've got the source material outlining a 10-step relationship selling approach. And the goal today is to unpack that step by step, see what makes it tick.
Right. And understand why each part matters, whether you're actually in finance or just curious. I think there's a lot here.
Definitely. So let's dive in. Step 1 is called advanced preparation.
Okay.
And it really stresses knowing your stuff, the industry, your company, products, services, even competitors.
Absolutely. It's foundational, isn't it? You can't walk in cold, knowing the landscape, knowing how your specific product, say, stacks up against competitor B. That gives you credibility right off the bat.
Builds trust, you mean?
Exactly. Shows you're prepared and serious.
Okay, so after prep comes step 2, prospecting. This is about finding and qualifying potential clients.
Right. Who's a good fit? And how do you reach them? In person, phone, email.
Yeah, and the material points out something interesting here. A huge difference in success rates, like 80% close ratio for in-person meetings.
Versus only 20% on the phone. Yeah, it's stark.
Why such a big gap, do you think?
Well, finance is personal. Trust is huge. Being face-to-face, reading cues, having that deeper interaction, it just builds a stronger connection. You can't really replicate that fully over the phone.
Makes sense. So step 3 is the pre-approach. This seems to be about using what you do know about a prospect.
Right. Using data, maybe previous interactions, to define a specific goal for the call. Are you trying to help them make money, save money, or just make things easier, convenience?
And tailoring the pitch, focusing on the what's in it for them.
Precisely. It's about relevance.
Yeah.
Making it clear why they should listen based on what you suspect their needs might be shows you thought about them.
Got it. Step 4, initial approach. Having a script for introductions, but also, crucially, building rapport, finding common ground.
Yeah, the script's a safety net, right? Ensures you cover the basics smoothly. But it's not about being robotic.
No, you got to connect.
Exactly. Finding that genuine shared interest, even something small, can really open the door to a proper conversation.
Okay, step 5 looks like a big one. Sales interview, discovery, and KYC.
Ah, yes, the core of it.
It covers introductions, rapport, stating the purpose, getting consent, then really digging into their finances, goals, worries.
And the regulatory stuff, KYC, know your client. It's not optional.
Right, and suitability, making sure what you suggest actually fits them. Plus things like CRM2, fun facts.
It's all intertwined. KYC and discovery feed into suitability. You have to understand their situation, risk tolerance, goals, timeline to give responsible advice. CRM2 ensures transparency about fees and what you do. Fun facts explain the products. It's about protecting the client and being compliant.
Heavy stuff, but necessary. Then step 6 is just trial close. The ABC idea, always be closing, sounds a bit pushy.
Yeah, it can sound that way. But it's not really about high pressure. Think of it more like testing the waters. Asking questions throughout to gauge their interest and understanding. Little checks. Are they following? Are they agreeing?
Okay, less aggressive, more checking in. Then step 7, uncover client attitudes. This mentions behavioral finance, body language.
Yeah, reading the room. Are they nodding along? Looking skeptical?
Yeah.
Indifferent? Maybe they have an objection brewing. Even spotting biases that might affect their decisions.
Being perceptive.
Crucial. It lets you adapt your approach on the fly. Address that skepticism directly, perhaps.
Which leads nicely into step 8, handle customer attitudes and objections using the APR method. Acknowledge, probe, reflect, offer proof.
Right. Don't just dismiss objections. First, acknowledge you heard them. Then probe, ask questions to really understand the root of the concern.
Clarify it.
Exactly. Then, reflect on options, show you're thinking about their point, and finally, offer more proof or explanation if needed. Then maybe another trial close. See if you've addressed it.
It's a structured way to deal with pushback. Okay, nearly done. Step 9, closing the sale. Techniques like assumptive closes, watching for buy signals.
Yeah, recognizing when the client seems ready. Maybe they ask about the next steps, or start talking as if they already own the product. Then you ask a clear closing question. Confirm the decision.
And outline what happens next.
And absolutely, manage expectations, and of course, thank them.
Finally, step 10, follow-up and service offerings. Follow up within 48 hours, regular reviews.
This is key. The sale isn't the end. It's often the beginning. That quick follow-up, maybe mentioning client rights or just confirming details, shows professionalism. And regular reviews quarterly, annually keep the relationship strong, and ensure the plan stays relevant.
So it's a really comprehensive process from way before you even meet someone right through to long after the initial sale.
Very much so. Preparation, understanding the client deeply, addressing concerns thoughtfully, and maintaining that connection. It's all built around the client.
It really underscores that building trust is paramount in finance.
Couldn't agree more.
Makes you think, though, how much of this, the preparation, understanding needs, handling objections, follow-up, applies elsewhere? In any job, maybe even personal life.
That's a great point. The principles are pretty universal, aren't they? Something to chew on.
Indeed. Well, thanks for walking through that with us. Another fascinating deep dive.